Today's episode is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Andersen offers you a better way to a better window. Go to rbacentralpadeals.com for this month's specials. 2 nursing homes have been accused of healthcare fraud. Meanwhile, a state senator will introduce legislation looking to address hospital closures' destabilizing effect. Hershey will, in fact, have enough candy for Halloween. Plus, a woman recently welcomed her 100th great-grandchild. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. 2 nursing homes have been accused of healthcare fraud, reports the Associated Press. The Brighton Rehabilitation and Wellness Center in Beaver and the Mount Lebanon Rehabilitation and Wellness Center. Prosecutors allege that managers fabricated records of the time their staff worked, as well as residents' conditions in order to defraud both state and federal agencies. Charges such as conspiracy and falsifying health records have been filed. Further information regarding this lawsuit remains pending. State Senator Carolyn Comita is looking to introduce legislation pertaining to the series of hospital closures and service shutdowns Pennsylvania has recently seen, reports why. More specifically, the bill wants to reform the hospital closure process. One aspect of this reform includes requiring hospital owners to provide a written notice to the state no fewer than 180 days before locations shutter their doors for good. The current notice time stands at 90 days, which many local officials view as an insufficient amount of time to allow communities to adjust. The bill would also require the submission of an approved closing plan and health equity impact assessment to the state health department and attorney general's office. Hospital systems, too, would have to go through public hearings and data collections before any planned closures take place. Says Comita, quote, "While we cannot reverse previous actions taken by emergency service providers, these reform measures bring Pennsylvanians towards a more transparent view of our healthcare system." In some sweet, sweet news, Hershey will, in fact, have enough candy for Halloween this year, states the York Daily Record. While it is still summer and October is ways away, many people found themselves up in arms after Reuters and other outlets reported on Hershey's CEO, Michelle Buck, announcing how the candy company may have a shortage thanks to the usual suspect, supply chain issues. According to one industry insider, candy sales surged during the pandemic because, quote, "in downtimes the first thing to go up is liquor sales and then it's candy." This demand hasn't slowed, making it hard for the brand to keep up. However, after this candy shortage news broke, Hershey has come out to say that they, quote, "will have even more seasonal product available to the consumer this year than last year." Again, it's ways away, but hopefully this spells out an upcoming Halloween full of mostly treats and little tricks. Marguerite Kohler of Lafayette Hill married her husband right before the Second World War, says PennLive. They went on to have 11 children who went on themselves to give the Kohlers 56 grandchildren. And as of this week, Marguerite was able to welcome her 100th great-grandchild who, as fate would have it, was born only days before Marguerite's 100th birthday. Says Marguerite of her very extended family, quote, "And I was going to the convent." That's it for today. For even more Pennsylvania news and otherwise, check out PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast and to maybe even leave it an honest review. Thanks ahead of time. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you for Friday's episode of Today in PA.